right. So.
There were two movies on the itinerary this week.
We had a choice between this and X-Men.
I've owed you a bad movie for a while. I think the last one was Legend of Hercules.
Oh, God.
I wonder if a 50-foot...
90 penis sword, it makes...
Would have improved this any.
It would have blended. So, Adam Sandler. I've made my hatred of him no secret to anyone.
How's the That's My Wife review coming along?
I still haven't finished the fucking movie. That's how much I hate it.
How many months has it been?
Several. I'm working in 5-minute increments, and that's about as much as I can do. I've just been really busy. But anyway,
Yeah,
I'll whip it out in the next month or so. But anyway, so
we just got out of seeing Blended.
Blended, the new Adam Sandler movie. Good news and bad news. Good news, it's not a gross out comedy. Bad news, it still fucking sucks.
It's the third movie that Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore have done together, so they have established on-screen rapport, although of their collaborations, this one feels more forced out of the three.
It's Happy Madison for the past 10 years is pretty much all just forced stuff. There's like no good. Even Adam Sandler is fucking phoning it in as much as he possibly can. Like that's kind of like there were parts of this movie I wanted to like, but I just couldn't because nobody in this movie gives except I'll give the credit. The kid actors were doing their damnedest to make something of this stupid material.
And one of the kid actors I genuinely found charming and adorable.
At the same time, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with these kids? Like, all of them are just these incredibly obnoxious, bratty little children, and just ridiculous.
Okay, so there was a scene that where child bratty behavior was displayed that made me glad that as much as I love kids and I want kids of my own someday, I'm so glad I don't have any right now.
Yeah, I mean, you and me both. That I know of. Wait, no, not really. No, I'm not that kind of guy. Just get that rumor out of the way right now. No, so I will give the movie this. I don't know what resort this is at, but I really want to fucking go.
It was gorgeous.
Because it looked awesome. Like, that was the one good thing. It's like, I want to go to this place. I don't want to, see the stuff of Africa that show in the commercials that make you want to cry.
The happy stuff, not the desolation and disease.
And of course, the parts of Africa we're trying to pretend isn't really there. But here's the pretty stuff of Africa, and it's gorgeous.
Like the scenery and the wildlife.
And the stereotypes. I will say this. I kind of want a Terry Crews band to follow me around so he can call when I say people suck.
Okay.
I know that annoys you. I can feel it radiating off you every time he appeared on screen. But I like Terry Crews, so I kind of gave him some slack. Okay,
there were one or two parts of that I found amusing, like the "you suck" part. That was chuckle-worthy. But after a while, it
got old. Yeah.
They just grated on me. It was like an obnoxious Greek chorus.
This whole movie's an obnoxious Greek chorus. That made no sense. But you know what? Neither say anything in this fucking movie.
Well, I mean, it's like you know about the Greek chorus, right?
Yeah, I know. It's a movie. You know exactly what's gonna happen from start to finish. Like, it's a movie where it starts out, where Drew Barrymore is on a bad date with Adam Sandler, and they're at a
Hooters.
And then it just drops this huge bomb right in the first 10 minutes, where it's like, Jesus, that got dark fast. Where they're sitting in this Hooters, and the date's not going well, and apparently they're both separated from their respective partners.
They're both single parents.
They're both single parents, thank you. And Drew Barrymore goes like, what happened to your... It's like, so what was it that caused your wife to leave you? He's got serious face, cancer. And it's like, wow! Totally sucked any remote chance of humor out of that, didn't you? Pretty much. And it's another case I've noticed in Adam Sandler movies, like, here's a topic I'm gonna pretend I know anything about. And by that I mean, I'm going to pretty much offend anyone who's gone through this real life tragedy. Granted, it could have been done much worse.
Oh yes, on the Adam Sandler offensive scale, this
was pretty minimal, surprisingly.
Yeah, this is, I'd say, a 5.
Yeah, there's still some bad stereotypes and terrible jokes. There's a lot of fucking terrible jokes. It's a goddamn Sandler movie.
That was made within this decade.
I'm sorry. I will give him this. Like, Adam Sandler apparently either does ridiculous bushy shit, or he does like really just straight face, I clearly don't give a crap about this movie kind of material. Because he doesn't. He's so deadpan. He's oddly enough like the actor least trying to make an effort in this movie. And it's his own fucking movie. He just does not care.
It's his movie, his production company. He's getting money either way.
Pretty much. And it's basically, again, it's not as bad as Grown Ups 2. I'll say that much. That's not exactly high praise, but...
Considering Grown Ups 2 was your second or third worst movie last year?
I think it was third.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've repressed most of it from my memory at this point. But no, it has the stupid jokes. It has the pointless Shaq cameo, which we didn't fucking need, as one bad joke after bad joke. We have a long joke thread about how Adam Sandler has 3 daughters, all of whom have some serious mental disorder. Because one of them, and I admit, this kind of pissed me off, where this girl, I'm presuming in her preteens, says that she can see her dead mom and talks to her frequently throughout the movie. I'm sorry. If you're within the range of 5, you can get away with the imaginary friend excuse. You're in your fucking preteens. See a psychiatrist. Because that shit's not normal.
Maybe it was her coping mechanism. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that's just a cheap excuse to get the... and it did that so many times, where it's like any deplorable behavior that Adam Sandler's character showed that in the movie was just explained by, oh, this is what his wife did at some point previously in life. Like, his wife used to work at Hooters, so now it's perfectly okay that he took her to fucking Hooters. You know?
Yeah, his wife apparently managed the same Hooters that he took Drew Barrymore to on their blind date. So
I mean, there's just a lot of just I don't know.
I just realized his wife was pretty much the plot convenience fairy for his character.
Yes, pretty much, and it
was all expository.
And not to mention, man, they really used that to guilt Adam Sandler to get with Drew Barrymore at the very end. I mean, the kids just poured the guilt on. And I was like, Jesus, you're really not leaving any other choice, are you? You're all horrible people. But
kids can be manipulative when they want to.
Still, though, it's like, wow, use your own dead mom. These kids are gonna do great in business.
Well, like the cute one said, I own him.
Yeah, the one that's possibly the sister of the child from The Shining?
I think you're thinking Exorcist.
No, I'm thinking The Shining. Have you never seen The Shining?
No.
See, there's a little kid, it's the one with Jack Nicholson, you know,
yeah.
The little kid is supposedly possessed, and he keeps has his little friend Wilson.
Red Rum.
And he says, Red Rum. And the little girl was doing the same thing, and then it's like, I got on my nerves a little bit. He only used the joke twice, thank God. It was like the most level of restraint I've seen in Adam Sandler movie in a long time.
I think they used it 3 times, because Drew Barrymore joined in for 2.
Still, okay, so in that case, 4. So, either way. But yeah, basically, it's one of those stupid romantic comedy concepts where apparently Adam Sandler, who runs a Dick's Sporting Goods, actually happens to know the main boss, which I find remarkably implausible.
Seriously, okay, for anybody...
I mean, even for an Adam Sandler movie, I find this ridiculously implausible.
Yeah, if anybody has ever worked retail... whether you're a store manager or just a cashier,
you don't know the owner,
a stock person, you almost never meet the district manager, and unless it's a very small business, like no more than 3 stores, you never meet the owners.
But not only that, he's conveniently dating a friend of Drew Barrymore, played oddly enough by another woman I saw in the same in the Single Moms Club earlier this year.
Ah.
Also Terry Crews. In fact, a strange amount of cast members from Single Moms Club is in this movie, so I'm guessing they just trade cast members.
Maybe they're similar concepts.
So I don't know. I still like Terry Crews. I don't care what shitty movie he's in, but you know which one Terry Crews, right?
The lead.
The lead senior guy.
Yeah.
Mostly because no matter what stupid role he is in, he throws it himself in it 100%. I kind of respect that.
Yeah, I mean, on some level...
It's so stupid. It is horrible, but it's so...
On some level, it was impressive that he could isolate his muscles, but... Ew,
that's his whole career in a nutshell. That's all he knows how to do. It's kind of like we're looking at a sympathy case. Oh, good for him. He's so brave, you know? That's a horrible joke I just made. Anyway. Turns out Drew Barrymore's friend freaks out because it turns out, oh my god, he conveniently has 5 kids, which happens to account for 3 of Adam Sandler's daughters and 2 of Drew Barrymore's sons, both of which are pretty awful people, too.
Yeah. And Granted, I'm not a boy, so I can't speak on this with any real authority, but that kid took the whole crush on the babysitter concept to a very disturbing level.
I'm more wondering why would you actually get a magazine these days? Like, the movie kind of points it out, but I was kind of like, we have internet now, guys. It's 10 times easier to hide that shit.
You just have to delete your history.
Or, just, put a password on some files, dig it. I'm not going to share techniques. You come up with your own. But either way, you have Photoshop. You have the internet where you get a lot of this same shit for free.
Yeah,
why are we going old school here?
That's what Adam Sandler's character said. Oh, old school, I respect that.
Yeah, that's because Adam Sandler's old school. He doesn't know anything else.
A lot of, so, like other films of this genre, there are many pop culture references, but a lot of the pop culture references are for people not of this generation, like, I was part Urkel and part Screech.
And even the ones that are for the modern generation are even just sound so forced.
Although the song motifs did make me chuckle.
There is a couple parts I was like, oh, okay, that's not terrible.
Which I felt a little guilty for chuckling, but the whole use of Katy Perry's.
Oh, you laughed at that?
A little. I'm sorry. It was well played.
I don't care. It was wasted on a side character. There's a lot of side characters you just don't give a shit about.
Like, I didn't care about the character, but me, I'm an audiophile, and I appreciated the use of certain songs. Even though I'm fully aware it was for a one-off cheesy joke, it was a cheap laugh, but I chuckled a little bit. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't get so please forget you laugh what you laugh at. I laugh at shit that you don't, so you're allowed to give me crap on that. So
yeah, you didn't find the African version of the Greek chorus as annoying as I did.
No, again, only because it was Terry Crews. I just think he's adorable. But
he was kind of like I can see what you mean about how he throws himself into everything, but he was over the top hammy for me.
Yeah, you kind of have to make anything redeemable out of this. I'm just forgiving of Terry Crews.
Clearly.
I just know I know it's shit. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to get kicked out. It's like, you can't be serious. No, I know it's shit.
And we're blending.
We're blending. And we're blending. The one part that did kind of make me like, okay, that was actually kind of funny, was a part where, oh, by the way, there's also this whole stupid plot line where, Adam Sandler's oldest daughter at 15 keeps getting confused with the boy.
Or being confused for a boy.
Yeah, sorry. Being confused for... same kind of thing, but what'd I say?
Keeps getting confused with a boy.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, fair enough. Confused
Pronouns.
Grammar Nazi. Anyway, really just go the whip thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not even gonna touch that. Was it a 50-foot lightning penis sword? No.
I think that would have made this movie better.
I would have loved it if just out of fucking nowhere, a 50-foot lightning penis sword just came out and just whipped Adam Sandler into the ground. That would have been like, yes! Like, the only Adam Sandler movie in existence where you get a standing ovation.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you just end it right there. Doesn't need anything else. No unnecessarily long post-log scene they had at the very end of the movie. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the stupid plotline.
Yes.
So, but meanwhile, it's like, come on, guys. Like, I know that obviously it's one of those, we need a makeover, so let's get her in a pretty dress and have a stupid slow-mo montage where everyone's like, wow, she's beautiful now. I instantly want her.
You, if you want me to.
All right. Either way, it's still. Did you just stick your tongue out at me?
Yes.
All right. But nah, it's just one of those things. It's just. Okay, I admit the clothes made her look boyish, but not all guys are that fucking stupid.
They apparently are in
Adam Sandler's world, that's because Adam Sandler is a fucking idiot too. So idiot see, idiot do.
It also didn't help that Adam Sandler's
doesn't understand people.
Nickname for her character was Larry when her actual name was Hillary. So
either way, it just Adam Sandler has no idea how people actually work.
Yeah, and talk. I mean, granted, dialogue is hard, but
yeah, that's no excuse for this crap.
No.
But then one part that did make me chuckle, I use the word chuckle loosely, was the part where they get to this resort. It turns out, oh, wacky coincidence, the Dick's guy separated his tickets between both Drew Barrymore's character and Adam Sandler's character. So now they have
they're families.
They're families. So now they have to spend this vacation together. Oh, the irony. And
coincidence fairies working overtime here.
Yeah, pretty much. And I kind of found it remarkable that just like the entire staff of this resort just followed Adam Sandler around, like the entire thing. It's like, don't you have other guests to attend to? But I'm nitpicking.
Well, he even commented about that.
Yeah, I think so. Either way. Anyway, so there's a part where Terry Crews has like his little like a cappella group or a barbershop quartet. That's one word I'm looking for. Who like just follows Adam Sandler around through the whole movie and just makes commentary about what he's doing, or like explicitly tells everything to the audience as if you were too dumb to figure it out on your own.
They were bigger than a quartet, though.
Don't be too nitpicky about it.
There were more than four of them.
I'm making a joke, so
okay.
Just go along with it.
Sorry.
But anyway, there's one part the only part that made me chuckle is the part where after they're playing basketball with Larry. And Hillary, Larry, whatever. Yeah. And she's kicking the boy's ass. And I
literally at one point.
Yeah. And I was annoyed by the sexist joke, but it was immediately followed by Adam's like something happens, the girl storms off, and he goes like, "What's your boy's problem?" He goes, "That's a girl." And looks at his son and goes, "You suck." And then it's followed by a little quartet going, "You suck, you suck." You suck.
You got owned by a girl.
Like, the only part that was even remotely funny, I was like, okay, if I had that on standby just for that occasion, I would abuse the shit out of that.
Yes.
So I'd be like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because I'm much more vulgar. But, like, other than that, though, like, everything's like, okay, occasionally something was like, okay, that wasn't bad, or there's occasional, like, it wants to have a heart. It's trying to have more of a heart than his other movies. It just doesn't understand how to really go about that.
To its credit, it doesn't have the gross out factor that many of his other films.
No, thank God. It's not That's My Boy level awful.
And it doesn't have a peen deer.
Oh, God. Peen fucking deer. Had to remind me of that. No, we do have the French kissing giraffe.
That's what that was. Yeah.
How'd you not know that was a giraffe?
I just saw this huge black snake-like thing come towards their faces. I didn't know it was a giraffe's tongue.
It was clearly attached to a giraffe.
I couldn't tell. Giraffes are way up here.
The head was right there. That's where the tongue comes from.
I missed it because I was distracted by the disgustingly cutesy bimbo couple.
Oh, the fucking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you stink so good.
Okay, basically, there's two other side characters who basically they provide the gross out factor that Adam Sandler seems to think is like the comedy gold.
The whole fish thing.
It's basically where it's like a cradle robbing dad is hooking up with it's married to like some 20-something-year-old whose entire personal movie is like, look, I have boobs. Let me emphasize these as much as humanly possible and act like
shimmy now.
as if I'm totally not aware that all I'm doing here is just selling out my gender. It's basically all she's there to do.
Basically.
And they have a son whose only purpose there is to be attracted to Adam Sandler's older daughter. Again,
after the makeover.
After the makeover, and that's his only purpose. I don't even remember his fucking name. It's like Jack or something stupid. But, actually, Jack's not stupid, but you know what I mean. Unless it's from Lost, then that's a whole nother thing. I see what I did there.
Mm-hmm.
What if this was like a Lost prequel? That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh, they gotta get back from Africa somehow.
There you go. There's Blended 2 on the island. Watch Adam Sandler do hilarious hijinks as he runs away from the smoke monster. I don't know. It's just one of those things. If you're like a serious Adam Sandler fan, explain to me why. This is like the movie I explicitly banned Patrick from coming with.
Yes, I know.
I know you know. I know he wanted to. I said, no, you're not coming.
Well, maybe if he had come, this review would be more entertaining than I'm making it.
No, sorry, you relax. Take a chill pill, you're fine.
Okay. But, yes, I will have to admit, when Patrick aggravates you, it is entertaining.
That's because Patrick specifically trolls me. There's only so much of that I can take.
Me, I just say what I mean, and I mean what
That's all I wanted for an Adam Sandler movie. I didn't want Patrick continuously poking me with a stick just to see what's gonna pop out. Because I would have fucking killed him in this case. Because I know what he would have done. He would have sat there and go, yeah, this is just as good as That's My Boy. And just waited for my world to implode.
I never saw That's My Boy, but I have a feeling this is a step up from that.
Significantly, which is, again, not saying much.
No, but again, on the Adam Sandler scale, it's...
At least there's no pedophilia in this.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh, it looked like they were... I saw that the Katy Perry part in a trailer for this movie, and I was terrified they were going to do that when Adam Sandler's daughter comes up. Because that would have been... I was terrified that was going to happen, because, if they do that, that is the creepiest fucking joke I have seen all year. And I sat through... I've seen some stuff, man.
The music motif when Hillary emerges after her makeover is Shaka Khan's I'm Every Woman. And, of course, what Adam Sandler hears as REM's is The End of the World as we know.
That was kind of chuckle-worthy.
Yes, it was.
I'll give him that much. That wasn't a terrible joke. I wouldn't say it's a hilarious joke, but at least it was like, okay, that gets a smirk.
Yes, that's...
Like, there were a few moments like that where it's like, okay, that gets a smirk. Or it's like, okay, that wasn't a bad moment.
I mean, there are a few things that are mildly amusing, like when they are in the middle of nature, basically parasailing or whatever the thing is. After they run out of gas, the driver falls asleep, and it's the same guy who fell asleep in a previous scene. I swear that this character must have had narcolepsy or something.
I think he's just old, or the writers just didn't care.
One of those.
Most likely C.
And there are some obvious sort of nods to the audience or breaking of
Oh,
the
bugged,
fourth wall.
That bugged the shit out of me.
Like, it was out of context. Was it?
Like, there's a part where they're like saying, "Oh, look at the beauty of nature," and you see two rhinos fucking across the river, and the guy looks at the camera as if. Problem is, it feels like it's pandering to the audience as if you're too dumb to get the stupid joke.
Yeah.
And just like this goes, "You won't see that in New Jersey."
And my reaction to that is, why would you want to see it in New Jersey?
I don't care. Like, it's kind of what I am. Like, one part that was particularly questioned to me is, they established very early on that Drew Barrymore's younger son is just a complete brat. Who's one of those kids that when he misses a ball playing baseball, just has a complete and total hissy fit.
Yeah, total meltdown and tantrum, like, fully...
Just full on...
Kicking, screaming, and rolling on the ground.
That is such a huge pet peeve. I understand children are hard to control, but if your kid's doing that publicly, something's not right. But either way, and that problem is, it kind of made it even more clear, like over halfway through the movie when Adam Sandler's teaching him how to hit a ball, and he starts doing the hissy fit stuff again. He goes, and Adam Sandler goes like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing? Like, you don't do that. Respect the equipment." He's like, and he goes, "Okay." He's like, has no one said that to him before?
Well, to be fair, his dad isn't eager to talk to him or spend time with him.
Yeah, but his mom can say that. I mean, just go, "Hey, don't do that. That's fucking rude." I mean, you probably should say fucking your little kid.
No, you should not.
But it's like, no, you don't do that. Don't do that again. Because that seemed to be all it took to go, okay, I'll stop that now. It's like, has no one ever disciplined this child?
Apparently not.
That really bothers me. I'm not saying I have to go whole hardcore torture devices, but like, just say, hey, not okay. Not a bad thing every once in a while. I'm sorry.
No is a very simple and powerful word.
Yeah, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna pretend I know shit about parenting because I don't.
Neither do I. Yeah, I'd like to think I have some common sense, but I've never been a parent, so I can't speak on that with any authority either.
That being said, nice to see Jeff from Community still getting work.
Yes.
Even though I guess he's taken over the Daily Show.
What?
Oh, not the Daily Show. No, I'm sorry. The late Craig Ferguson show.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to panic you there. No. Jon Stewart's still fine where he is.
Yeah. I was right. I'm sorry. I love Jon Stewart.
Oh, who doesn't? Come on. He's like the one calls people on their bullshit.
Yes.
But even then, like Jeff in this movie is like pretty much phoning it in. It's like
a lot of people are.
Drew Barrymore's phoning it in. Adam Sandler's definitely phoning it in.
I like Drew Barrymore. I loved her in Ever After years ago. She's done things that I've enjoyed.
Terry Crews is phoning in. He's awesome, but I know I couldn't resist.
I really wished he would have stopped twitching his pecs sooner than he did. That was... No, thank you.
I don't know. I got no opinion on that.
So I
can respect the effort it took.
Are you saying that you enjoyed watching his pecs move?
I'm not saying explicitly. Maybe on a subconscious level, it's like, Like, not gay, but I respect that. Hey, I am come from my sexuality, alright?
Are you?
Okay, not 100%, but 99%. And I got the 1% to choose whatever I want.
That's another thing in the movie.
Yeah.
That 99% of the time you have to put your kids first, and 1% of the time you can take care of yourself.
Right between blending. That's one thing the fucking Terry Crews character. Granted, it annoyed me.
Okay.
I want to be clear on that.
So I'm not the only person who found it grating.
It was still grating, but again, I'm just forgiving Terry Crews.
We should probably note that we were two of maybe about 5 or 6 people in this theater.
No one should be shocked by that. It's competing with X-Men. There's no way many people are gonna go out of their way to go see this.
Yeah. I have a few friends who still need to see Spider-Man. So
That's true, so do I. But either way, it just, every once in a while, like, every time a bonding moment was obvious, Terry Crews comes like, you're blending! You're
And
getting
bonding!
together! And bonding is like, as if you couldn't tell that, yes, I get it, they're bonding, it's a bonding moment, thank you very much, go away now, please.
yeah, so the plot isn't that complicated. The nutshell version: meet on a blind date. Blind date goes poorly. Cross paths again. Coincidence fairy works overtime. They go on the same vacation to Africa together. They fall in love over the course of a week. They go back to their homes and lives. And by the end of the movie, they kiss, and then Terry Crews in a hot air balloon on the totally separate continent.
Because fucking why not?
because fucking why not? Totally breaks the fourth wall and says to the audience, and that's the end.
And why stretch out the very last ending when they get back from Africa as long as they did? You know exactly what's gonna happen.
It's not a secret.
What's the point? Just have them get together so I can get out of here. This movie's almost 2 hours long.
And it's very shamelessly a product placement for some kind of minivan, of which there are 3 identical minivans in this movie.
Yeah.
Driven by 3 separate characters.
Yeah. I just didn't care enough to really think about that. I agree completely what you're saying. I was like, like, it's one of those things, like, are we done yet? Is this movie almost over? Okay, but,
I mean, I don't know what that car company was. I don't care. I don't even drive. but all I'm saying is that Adam Sandler obviously whored himself out to this particular car company.
Adam Sandler just whores himself out in general. I'm not even sure it's to a particular car company. I mean, all these movies are just an excuse to make a quick buck. I mean, they're as formulaic as they get.
This film does have a few charming parts, like the part where Drew Barrymore's character was parasailing was gorgeous, and it looked like she was genuinely having some fun. The child actor who plays Adam Sandler's youngest daughter, Lou, genuinely is adorable, and as creepy and weird as her character could get, I actually liked her character. I think she was probably the most likable character here. It does have some charming elements, but
not nearly enough.
It doesn't. All the elements don't balance out enough to make it all come together.
It's kind of like, I think Wes said a quote to me that I love, where it's kind of like describes this movie trying to find the good moments in it pretty well, which is like, if you find yourself surrounded by horse shit, I'm doing a best Wes impression here. If you find yourself surrounded by horse shit, keep digging. Eventually you'll find a horse.
Yeah.
That kind of describes trying to find anything redeemable about this movie.
And I think the most, in my opinion, the most obvious horse or pony in this movie is the blonde child actor who plays Lou.
Yeah, hopefully she'll go on and do good things, but not a great career start, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not, but I think she's the most redeeming factor here.
Fair enough.
But it's not a complicated movie. It's not a great movie, and a lot of the actors are kind of phoning it in. It does have some amusing jokes, and Africa looks gorgeous and fun, but it's just kind of meh.
Nothing. It's not as bad as Legend of Oz. Is it better or worse than it's worse than Neighbors.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Seth Rogen fan, but even I could tell there was more effort put into that movie than there wasn't here. But yeah, let's move on. Trailers?
Trailers.
All right. First, 2 out of 3 of these you've gotten already, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on those. First one we got was The Fault in Our Stars, which stars the girl from Divergent. It looks like it's trying to be Perks of Being a Wallflower, but with cancer.
I never saw Perks of Being a Wallflower.
It has a very similar kind of feel to it, where it has a bunch of like teenage kids and a bunch of quite frankly kind of pretentious statements made about being beyond or oblivion and all these big words that make me sound intelligent. Really, just makes me feel like a hippie douchebag. Granted, I like Perks of Being a Wallflower. Don't get me wrong, but I still roll my eyes every time they go to that bridge scene and they say, "I feel infinite." I was like, "Oh Jesus."
And of all the trailers we got, I think that one looks like it has the most potential.
Yeah, it's not really, given its competition though, it's not really saying much.
I know.
I mean, it could be good. I like the star who's in it. Again, I'm kind of biased towards that because she's in one of my all-time favorite movies. She has really, The Descendants.
Oh, okay.
But she was great in that movie. Unfortunately, she hasn't really picked many good movies since then. I think she was in Divergent was her last one. Mm-hmm. She was going to be in Spider-Man 2, but they cut out her part. She was going to be Mary Jane.
I don't mind that they cut out her part.
Neither do I. The movie's already way too crowded.
Yes.
But anyway, I hope she comes back for the next one. That's another thing. So next one, Think Like a Man 2.
Okay, so...
Okay, you've been waiting for this one.
So, the first Think Like a Man movie was not based off of, but inspired by a nonfiction, quote-unquote, self-help advice book that Steve Harvey wrote that I have actually read some of and is actually interesting, witty, and insightful.
Wait, you've actually seen the first movie?
No, I'm talking about the book.
Okay, fair enough.
Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, which inspired the first movie. The first movie is not based on it. It was just inspired by this book written by Steve Harvey that explains the basics of what men need in a relationship to profess, provide, and protect, which the 3 Ps he calls it, which actually made sense, and I found very interesting and informative from somebody who is not a man, obviously.
That was way meaner than I meant it to be.
Yes.
I am so sorry. Like I said that, and my brain went, dude. Not cool.
Good brain.
It works sometimes. When I'm not making horrible comments in the Vampire Academy review. Sorry.
You're going to be apologizing for
We're going
that.
to have a montage at the end of the year. There's going to be a bunch of me saying sorry and Lightning Penis Sword over and over again. By the way, we got to get back to work on that.
Sorry.
That's okay. I say we, plural, means I got to do it too.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me where I left off. It's been a while.
Delivery Man was the last one you did.
Thank you. Okay. So anyway, back to...
Think Like a Man.
Yeah, so... I can understand why a movie was inspired by the Steve Harvey book, and it made sense for it to be a romantic comedy, because in the first movie, and I haven't seen it, I just remembered it from the trailer. One of the characters said he's spilling all of our secrets. So I can understand why the first Think Like a Man exists. That doesn't mean that it warrants a sequel. This sequel makes no sense. It does not need to exist at all, and it looks incredibly pointless because it's they're having a bachelor and bachelorette party in Vegas, and they're trying to compete with each other. Maybe I'm kind of unusual, but the whole big debauchery party before a wedding, that concept is kind of lost on me because it's adding more stress and pressure and stuff, and I personally don't see the allure, and I don't see what the big deal is, and I don't see why this movie needs to exist.
You're saying that in the same year we got a 300 sequel. A sequel to a movie where literally everyone died.
Yeah, that didn't.
I don't think Hollywood cares much on whether it needs a sequel or not. That's like having Old Yeller 2 and bringing the dog back.
Oh. No.
Yes, I just made you cry. I'm an evil bastard.
Zombie retriever.
That was worse than my joke.
Well, that's what it makes me think of.
Come here, boy. Brains. I don't know why dogs say brains. But anyway, that's all dogs go to heaven. That's what that is.
Yes, it is. Destroy my childhood. Why don't you?
It's what I do.
With such glee on your face.
With such glee. Because I just gotta have Adam Sandler movie. If I have to suffer, so does everyone else. And while we're at it, let's talk about Stockholm Syndrome and Beauty and the Beast. I know a lot of people are saying it, but I'm gonna say it too. Anyway, no, I'm not. I don't have time for it, so let's move on. Next one we got 22 Jump Street, which my phone is telling me is an actual address.
Wow. Okay.
You want to find this on Google Maps? No, Google, I don't.
So this is another one that, again, maybe I'm not the target demographic for it, but it looks pointless and annoying and stupid.
I've gone the same trail like 500 times. I really don't have anything new to say about it. So.
I didn't see the first movie, but this looks bad, in my opinion. It was my first time seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know. What the hell is this? Okay. Anyway.
What's going on?
Nothing important.
Was that the last trailer
That was the last trailer, so...
Only 3, wow, that's kind of rare.
Yeah, I know, it's because like, yeah, alright, yeah, we know you're in this movie too, let's just hurry this up, come on. I want to get out of here too. So, but yeah, Adam Sandler movie. It sucked, not as much as I thought it was going to, but still sucked.
Yeah, it had potential, but didn't realize it. And there are far better movies out right now that...
Like X-Men!
Or Spider-Man, if you're like a few of my girlfriends and still haven't seen it yet.
But X-Men is better!
Okay.
I'm just saying it's actually much, much better. We'll talk about that probably tomorrow. So, stay tuned for that. X-Men! Yay, I'm excited now. Actually gonna talk about a good movie this week, thank God, because it's been like shit, decent shit. Okay, this one's actually good.
Well, you were saying that this year has been better.
It has been better. It has been no... I take that back. We had Haunted House, too. So, it's not... It's a less... Okay, I had a clever, disgusting metaphor, but I lost it halfway through. Goodbye, everybody. We're tired. I'm going home.
Good night.